cause this is Sports Life Talk.
Hey,
You rock it with Sports Life Talk. Hot topics with Sports Life Talk. So come and get you some Sports Life Talk. They let us in the game, now we calling the shots. Things will never be the same, so forget what you thought. Cause life without sports ain't nothing but talk. Go now, finally a show that makes your heart pound. Profound, wonder what's running up through your thoughts now. About to drown our podcasts that be watered down. Tell them clowns it's a new era, and it's starting now. 5 total strangers, the 5 Power Rangers, approaching Sports Life Talk from 5 different angles. Get ready for the change up. We done turned the flame up. The topics that we bring up, we about to blow this thing up. Yeah, let's get it cracking. KT the head coach and Miss Manhattan. Gemini Jones hold the throne, she be calling them out. Mr. United Surgeon B. Jones, the mouth of the South. From the cover athlete to the eat of the week, we got what you need. We dropping what's hot in the streets, from copping new sneaks to locals popping, doing big things. When gossip and tea, let Kimberly pour you a dream. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, let the show begin. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, now let the show begin.
Let's go. Let's give a round of applause for the dopest podcast. Sports Life Talk. Turn it up. Tell a friend. The revolution has begun, and it will be televised. Let's go.
Microphone fell down. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports Life Talk, where life without sports is just talk. It is Wednesday night, September 23rd, and we are coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube. So let's get right into it. Over here to that side is Serge, Mr. United. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I see what your hat turned back, looking like a B-boy. What?
No.
And over to my other side, we have, you cheesing hard, Mr. Mouth of the South, Mr. B. Jones, leveling up. All righty.
Yeet. Hey, Pam, we missed you.
I know you did.
I had to do your job last week.
It wasn't easy, was it?
But it was good, though. I did good,
that's
though.
what I thought. Mm-hmm.
No, I was just messing with
Y'all need to pay me more. Anyway, all right. So up under me, I have, I guess you're Kimmy now. You're Kimmy?
Yeah, I'm Kimmy tonight.
Kimmy tonight. All right, Miss Katie, Miss Kimmy, Miss Manhattan. And then, of course, we have the head coach.
Now, don't forget Ed Reed, because he reprimanded me last week live on now, because I didn't say Ed Reed covering all things sports.
Oh, Ed Reed covering all things sports, Coach KT.
And I want to say that your kindergarten teacher failed you on your left and right just then. So, yeah.
It's hard because I don't know which way I'm
Screen.
Remember, you just got to go opposite.
Whatever. I can't stand y'all. All right. So this is episode 62 entitled Ballin On the Big Screen. So, Katie, tell us what we're talking about this week.
Okay, so when we all signed up to do a show that goes by the lovely name of Sports Life Talk, we all committed to the vision of a sports show. But tonight we wanted to go deeper than just the box score. We want to take you from the hardwood to Hollywood, from touchdowns to Tinseltown, from the red zone to the red carpet. Sports are such an integral part of our culture that we love it live, but we also love the story behind the game, whether we are watching from the nosebleeds or on our couch. Sports have turned actors into sports icons like Rocky, and athletes have become Hollywood heartthrobs like The Rock. We have loved Will Ferrell in Talladega Nights and Semi-Pro, and we cry with a lovable loser like Rudy, and from true stories or fiction made into reality. We love cartoons like Space Jam and the documentaries like Above the Rim. Even kids have become popular stars with the Mighty Ducks and like Bow Wow and like Mike. Sports movies have made us fall in love like Jerry Maguire and Love and Basketball. And it's not always the actual field movies like Draft Day and Moneyball that give us a look inside the front office and sports operations, while movies like Blue Chips and He Got Game showed us less desirable parts of the games we love, whether it's wrestling, boxing, bobsledding, car cars racing, horse racing, to even surfing, sports movies have given us everything. Stars have been given Emmys like The Blind Side. And of course, we had the opportunity to see Chadwick Boseman and Jackie Robinson in 42. So to all of my team and to the fans out there that are listening tonight, what are your favorite sports movies of all time?
Who you gonna throw it to? I didn't
You gotta
know.
throw it. You gotta throw the ball. If you're gonna take the question, you gotta throw the ball.
I'm gonna give it to Pam first since she wasn't here last week.
All right. So my favorite sports movies, I love, what's the Denzel Washington movie?
Remember the Titans?
Well, he
Remember
got
the
two.
Titans?
He got Remember the Titans and he got Game.
No. Remember the Titans.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite movies. I love Creed 1 and 2, so that's gonna count as one because I like both of them. And then 42, because matter of fact, 42 was on the other night, and of course I was watching that. So those are my top 3 sports movies. Oh, and I do want to give a special shout out to the movie Cars, because Terrence used to love that movie when he was a kid, and it was on repeat the whole, like I knew all the lines back in the day, and he did too. So
Life is a highway.
I'm gonna ride it all
special-
night long.
Hey, my daughter had that joint. Hey, she had that joint on
everybody watched
replay
it.
too.
repeat.
I had 2 kids that watched it, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw it to Surge over here.
No, over the other way. Yeah, that way.
Golly. Hey, Miss Gardner, she failed you.
Shut up.
Man, I feel like Katie just ran through half of the great movies out there, but I'm thinking of movies that, even though I've seen it over, I don't know, 30, 40 times, if I'm randomly scrolling through the TV and I come across it, I'm actually going to stop and actually watch it. And Remember the Titans is a good one, and I was going to go with that one too, but I would say number 1 for me is The Sandlot. And Sandlot, I don't know. I know they try to make Sandlot Part 2, which I don't even know why they tried. It was just a failure. But the original Sandlot is probably got to be, especially like as, if you're a kid, that's a movie that you want to watch. And it has it all, obviously has the Babe Ruth reference and things like that. But, it's got comedy in it as well. So for me, Sandlot is at top of the list. And I'm going to throw it to, I guess, the mouth of the North and South, B. Jones.
Man, I appreciate that, my friend. And
Okay.
Kim, that was a lovely read. You actually brought tears to my eyes. So I'm gonna do a couple of them here. The one that nobody even talks about ever when they talk about movies, and maybe I'm the only person that's rocking it, is Seabiscuit. And Seabiscuit was a horse movie, but it was something about that horse that he fought through it all. I used to love me some Seabiscuit, but on the serious tip, was The Program is probably my favorite sports movie of them all. Hey, Halle Berry was in that, Kev. I know you like that.
Man, you just stole all my thunder.
Oh, my bad. All right. Well, I'll switch. Hey, you can have The Program.
No, we both can have the same movie, my brother. It's
Okay,
all good.
okay.
But never mention Halle Berry again.
All right, cool. Blue Chips was another one. Had my former LSU alumni Shaquille O'Neal in there. And then Any Given Sunday. I don't know why. If I can walk by the TV right now, if Any Given Sunday's on, I'm gonna stop and watch it. But then I guess last but not least, Kim mentioned it, but Rocky is a classic. It's something about that white boy getting his head whooped and then fighting back after taking 76,000 blows in 12 minutes, and then he miraculously just comes back. Every time it gets me, I just be get him, Rock, every single time. So, all right, Coach, you called in the game.
All right, so we saved the best for last. I appreciate that, team. He stole one of mine, The Program. Of course, one of the main reasons I love The Program. You got football, and you got Miss Halle Berry Thomas. Those two combinations are just great.
Wait, is the program the movie where they laid out in the street and they end up having to take that scene out because people were doing it and getting killed? The football team laid out in the middle of the street. Was that not The Program?
I don't remember.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
But they end up taking that scene out because people started doing it and getting killed.
That's absolutely right. And I was actually like in the 6th grade, and we snuck into that joint just so we could watch the movie before they took the scene out.
Yep. Okay, I'm sorry, KT. Go ahead.
No, you're good, Pam. I know you making up for lost time from last week, so I forgive you. Okay, so my all-time favorite movie. Anybody that knows me knows I love basketball. And also, my mistress is in this movie, Sanaa Lathan. So you got basketball and Sanaa Lathan? So that's my second. And my third is one that coach.
You never said the name
Oh,
of the
Love
movie.
and Basketball. Everybody know what that is.
Yeah, everybody
I'm
knows.
talking Love and Basketball. It has Sanaa Lathan and basketball.
It does. Yeah.
And actually, coach, he mentioned one of mine. That's good high quality H2O. The water boy. How can you not like the water boy?
Water boy, yeah.
I cannot.
Hey, what that was in Louisiana too, Kev. So I'm glad that you starting to
Well, you know what?
associate
I'm gonna go
yourself with
back
your
to
root.
another movie then, since no, it's the water boy.
KT, you didn't say yours.
I didn't. My favorite was I liked Blue Crush. I don't know if y'all ever watched
That's the
that movie.
surfing movie. Yeah.
The surfing movie. That one was good. Bring It On was my ish growing up. I also liked Like Mike too. That was my time. Also that movie Just Right with
One of my
Common.
favorites.
Common and Queen Latifah.
Yeah, I really liked that movie too.
What's up, Mo?
Hey y'all.
Hey.
What's up to all the listeners tonight?
Shout
All right.
I want to know their favorite movies.
Yes,
Hey,
please let us know your favorite.
Elena said, "For the love of the game."
we got the program, semi-pro, Friday Night Lights, any given Sunday.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Remember the Titans.
Mighty Ducks.
Mighty
Yeah.
Ducks.
Mighty
Yes.
Ducks was my ish too. 1, 2, and
Oh.
3 easy.
Hey, Sunset Park. I forgot about that. And
Hey,
what was
White Man Can't Jump. How do we miss White
how
Man
did we
Can't
miss
Jump?
that? You know what?
Yeah.
I'm taking that water boy out and I'm putting that in since you talking about it's from Louisiana. This just threw the whole vibe off. So
Too
yeah.
late.
Hey,
You
what
just had-
about Happy Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore's another golf movie. The
Happy
Natural.
Gilmore. Bob Barker whooped their ass.
Joe didn't he?
Hey, in the Bad News Bears. I used to love the Bad News Bears. Not too many people can know about that one. And Major League was a good baseball movie.
Major League, we got 8 seconds. That was about, I forgot the guy. I know he was from Texas. Elena mentioned that. So yeah, we could go on and on and on about this.
Yeah, we can
All
go
right,
on.
so B. Jones, do you have a trivia about sports movies today?
Well, yes, I do, Pamela. Welcome
Well,
back,
please,
Gemini. So here's the rules. Run to the website. Be the first person to get this question right, and you can earn a t-shirt to dress, look, smell like the crew. All right, so here we go. There have been a total... Yeah, I'm going to wear it a little while before I send it to you. There have been a total of... I'm just teasing.
No, just send it to just send it to Pam. She got that wash and dry.
Yeah, Pam.
Wash and dry, right?
All right, so there's been a total of 7 movies to go on to the Emmys and actually win an Oscar for the best movie. Give me the name of the sports movie that not only won won the Oscar for the best movie, but also swept the Oscars and won best movie, best director, best actress, and best supporting actor. So give me the sports movie that ran the gambit at the Emmys.
Was it Cars?
I ain't gonna tell you. Lightning McQueen.
B. Jones, look in the comments and see if that's one of them, because I'm not sure. If that's
I intentionally didn't say this name of this movie during when we were going through them, just so I didn't give it away for anybody.
no, I'm saying look in the comments.
Oh my God, we getting blew up. Nah, it ain't in there yet.
It's not in there yet. Okay.
It's not on the YouTube comments. I'm not on the Facebook chat, so I don't. Okay.
It's usually all the same feed.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Okay.
Hey,
All right. Cool.
speaking of Halle Berry, you didn't mention wasn't that a football movie with the Wayans brother?
Last Boy Scout.
Last Boy. Wasn't that a football movie, or am I tripping?
Technically, that it was a
It was a football movie
yeah.
because he's a football player.
Player?
Oh
okay.
yes, if it's Halle Berry, mention all her movies. Let's just
Swordfish,
mention them all.
all of it.
Let's make her feel good. Let's do it.
What about Sanaa Lathan too? Just do the same thing.
I cannot. I cannot.
Yeah, y'all can make them feel good on y'all's own. Tonight
Right.
we'll have a show about us.
Look here, KD. When it comes to Halle Berry, you don't do that. Don't you do that. We can
I
talk
wish
about
I
her.
could mute his mic right now.
I know. That's what I was like. How?
But guess what? I can mute yours. Don't play. Don't play with me tonight.
Oh my gosh. All right. So look, it's time for some local life. You just threw me all the way off. Do we have some local life this week, KT?
Yes, we do. I guess I'm going to read that now because hey, for the third time in his career, Dak Prescott has been named the NFC Player of the Week on the heels of the Dallas Cowboys' riveting 40-39 comeback victory over the Atlanta Falcons.
Underpaid.
In America team's, oh, well, that game, he looked like it. America team's home opener. Prescott made history in the game as he became the first NFL player to record at least 400 yards passing and score 3 rushing touchdowns. The strong-armed Prescott completed 34 of his 47 attempts. That's 72%. For 450 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions, and a QB rating of 109.4. And he added 3 touchdowns on the ground. So shout out to Dak. You still don't deserve $40 million? We'll give you 38.
What? You must be crazy.
All right, y'all. Let's get into some.
Hey, you know what's crazy about that though, Kevin? I actually had to defend Dak all this week, man. For some odd reason, people have given credit to Legatron. People have given credit to everybody else on the team. Amari Cooper, great catch. Just everybody, but they refused to give Dakota his props for winning that game. That was your MVP on Sunday, folks. No matter how you want to admit it, Dakota was that man. He was that dude. Worth $40 million on Sunday.
Yeah, just on Sunday. We said he gonna earn this money Sunday. And speaking of that, I got a bet with Mail. I put some money on it. So Dak, please don't let me down. I need
How much
some
did
money.
you put? I hope you just put 5 on it.
I wasn't 5.
Got
It
a
wasn't.
couple of zeros on it, you know.
Oh heck no! It was. I ain't telling y'all. It wasn't a lie though. It was like gift card money.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's get into some headlines. Headline number 1 for this week is the injury bug. It's biting a lot of folks in these first 2 weeks, and this weekend seemed to be the worst. KT, which injuries do you think was worse this week, and which teams will be impacted the most?
Well, I think the worst was Saquon Barkley because he's basically the Giants offense. But I hate to see somebody get hurt, period. But he's in the NFC East, so that kind of helps the Cowboys out. But I hate that for him. Get well soon, even though it's going to take you a year. I think the one that's going to be most impactful is McCaffrey because he's a huge part of that Carolina Panthers offense. So those are my 2.
All right, so Serge, you're a diehard Colts fan. So you lost Marlon Mack in week 1. And in week 2, you lose Paris Campbell. So how you feeling right now? You okay over there?
Only feeling good that we got a dub, but man, it's just one after another. We just luckily we wasn't our number 1 receiver, T.Y. Hilton, who got hurt. And I think Marlon Mack being out just gave our rookie running back just that opportunity that he needed to get more carries, and he's clearly showing that he's going to be able to carry the load for years to come. But man, hopefully only looking for a dub and no injuries this week.
Okay. What? We missing somebody. All right. So without Mike Thomas on Monday night, that Saints offense was looking a little. So is that the most important injury to you, B. Jones?
Nah, it's not. And I'm gonna do something that diehard Cowboy fans probably know nothing about. And I'm not gonna blame everybody. I'm just gonna take a L like we should take a L. We got out physical at the line at the point of contact. They now listen. Could I easily say that the headlines were gonna read Las Vegas opens up the stadium with the win? We already kind of knew that was going that way, but Drew couldn't throw the ball past 15 yards. Man, it was very depressing to watch that team. I don't know if he's gotten old or if he's been old like this and Sean Payton was able to hide him, but something don't look right now. And this Sunday we going up against a buzzsaw. I know Mike Thomas did affect us, but this is the NFL. When balls hit your hands, you got to catch them, and we dropped a lot of passes even when Drew Brees was accurate. So I think the biggest team to take a hit had to be the San Francisco 49ers. I think that team, over the last 2 weeks, they've lost like 9 players to injuries, and 2 of them have been ACLs. I don't know when we're going to see Kittle. I don't know when we're going to see Mostert again. I don't even know when we're going to see Jimmy G. He got a high ankle sprain. So my Saints, I ain't worried about. I am worried about those 49ers, though.
All right. So, KD, you told us that you have gone through surgery and had an ACL injury. So you know about the recovery process. So tell us a little bit about, what that was like. And
Yeah, so I actually tore my meniscus also. So that had me on crutches for over 5 weeks. So I couldn't walk on my left leg. And learning how to walk was weird because you're not using that leg, so you get used to just using your one leg. So then taking steps and actually like learning how to, foot right and how to run. It was interesting, but it wasn't that bad of an injury. Like the recovery, having the surgery, doing the physical therapy, it wasn't bad. And so to the athletes, it's really just, keep that faith and you come back better than before. And it's pretty much like a new beginning. So yeah.
How many years ago was it?
Huh?
How many years ago was it?
I tore my ACL in 2016. I didn't find out till 1st of 2017.
Oh.
So
What were you doing to tear your ACL?
I was playing soccer. And so to not get somebody kicked the crap out of a ball, and instead of me getting face planted, I decided to jump up and try to use my body to bring it back down. And when I came back down, I just came back on one leg. And so my left leg hyperextended and went to the left. So I tore it, didn't even know it. I took about a month off and then started back playing, and I couldn't run backwards. So I was like, okay, let me just take another month off. And then I would, like, between that month, I would struggle getting in and out of the car. Like my knee would roll each time I get my right leg in to drive. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I think something's wrong. So I thugged it out for a really long time, y'all. So that's why I say it isn't really that bad. It hurts right then and there, but after, it's not really that bad.
Yeah, the technology is obviously tremendous now for ACL recoveries and stuff. The recovery time, I think, used to be upwards of 18 months. Then it became 16, 15 months. Now it's like really 8 to 12 months, depending on the sport you're playing and stuff. But you kind of remind me of Klay Thompson in the finals, trying to go back out there, trying to play after tearing your ACL and not knowing, I guess, that you actually tore it. It's pretty crazy. But thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Terrence broke his tibia his sophomore year. He broke it in January. He went up for a block, and when he came down, it was bad, and he had surgery the next day. So he still has screws in his knee.
Wow.
Or he still has screws in it somewhere. But that happened in January, and by June he was back on the court. But a scary mom, I'm like, no, don't do anything. But now one of his legs is bigger than the other.
Yeah, that's how mine is too.
Yeah.
He never quite got that muscle tone back in that other leg. But
that's going to take some time for sure.
I think that only happens for athletes, and I think because they have the right trainers that can tone them evenly. So shout out to all the trainers that do their thing and make that happen for these great players.
Absolutely. All right, so headline 2. All right, so Falcons fans and Clippers fans, y'all might want to go grab some popcorn or go get a drink or something while we talk about this real quick. But in 2 weeks, we've seen some of the biggest meltdowns in history. So I have to ask you guys, what do you think was the worst this past week? Was it the Falcons giving up that 20-point lead for that last second Cowboys win, or the Clippers giving away a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets? So, Katie, what do you think?
I think it was the Clippers because it was all the talk and all the memes, all the social media stuff that was being shared after the blowout. So I'm definitely going with the Clippers.
All right, KT, who you going with and why?
I'm going with the Clippers because everyone crowned them. They were the favorite to win the championship. Kawhi was crowned the new king in LA, so we know that didn't age well. The Falcons blowing the lead is normal even for 2020, so that was to be expected.
B Jones, what you
Yeah,
got?
I'm actually gonna go against the grain on this one. I do feel like the Clippers have a 2-year window in which they kind of cut that in half now, and I've heard there's some dissension in the locker room and playoff P. Shout out to my guy Hussein who came on here. We had a little challenge about playoff P. I'm still gonna defend Paul George, but that didn't look good at all. But my answer is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. Let me tell you why, because Atlanta Falcons has now changed the entire culture of their locker room. They not only had the biggest meltdown in Super Bowl history a few years ago, giving up a big lead and losing that game to Tom Brady, but now once again, they came on prime time and lost another game in which they had an enormous lead. And I think back on those fumbles in which they was only able to get 6 points out of those 2 fumbles. Remember in the first quarter, those 2 made a difference, but then you got a coach who goes for 2-point conversion instead of taking the point. There goes another point. But then last but not least, we talking about NFL players at the highest level of training, athleticism. How in the hell do you not know how to handle an onside kick? I mean, it was 5 to 6 black jerseys around the football as they watched the ball dribble as if they were on defense waiting for the ball to go 10 yards. So listen, I think Dan Quinn should have been sued for liability, for negligence, and I don't think he needs to be coaching, but Atlanta Falcons is done. That team is now known as losers. They can never sustain a lead, and if I'm losing to the Atlanta Falcons at any point in the game, myself, we can win this game.
Hey, Serge, before you go, now, B. Jones, let's talk about Julio Jones choking and then try to play like he was hurt afterward. So that would have changed the whole game.
That's Julio.
That would have changed the whole game if he
don't matter. You had a 20-point lead. You can't put it all on Julio for dropping 1 pass. Come on, Kev.
That was a pass that
was
back in the game.
Bro, that was a loss.
Quinn sucks too.
Boy, the guys who put ice on their shoulders, the water boys, the little kid on the sideline that ran off and put the little kicking thing there, he cost them the game to everybody that was representing the Atlanta Falcons, including their fans, cost them this loss, man. That was the worst loss I've ever seen. Playoff P and them got another chance at it next year. But no matter what the Falcons do going forward, they are losers. They are choke artists.
Oh, wow. All right, Serge, how you gonna follow that?
Break the tie, Serge. Break the tie, Serge.
I don't really know how I'm gonna follow up with that, and I don't think I'll be able to break the tie because I'm going with you. I'm going with the Falcons because I'm going against the grain because I'm a big diehard basketball fan. I had a lot to say about the Clippers and them choking, but I think the Falcons for me is because one, obviously you're playing, giving up the lead to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It's the biggest game of your life, and you don't get that opportunity every year. The second thing is NFL, with all the things that are going on in 2020, there's no preseason. There's only 16 games. Every game matters. And you're in a division with the Saints and the Buccaneers. So it's even that much more important that, you're able to win. And now that they've actually, have the wild card spots open, you want to beat the Cowboys, who may be fighting for that wild card spot with you towards the end of the season. So, and then on top of that, like you mentioned, the 20-point lead, and I just don't understand how guys who get paid millions of dollars, who are on special teams for a specific reason, like you don't even get to play during the regular game because you are supposed to be special in that field, and none of you, like it was like literally it would look like a bomb was coming towards them, and they didn't want to touch it.
Didn't want no part of that ball.
Crazy. And so, I mean, I don't understand how Dan Quinn was able to leave the Cowboys Stadium without being fired. Like, if that Art the Blank, that should have been quick call. Yeah, hey, don't get on the team playing with us back to Atlanta because that's a fireable offense. Because no matter, I know KT mentioned that Julio dropped the pass, but if you wouldn't even mention that if they just landed on the ball and recovered the ball, it's as if like none of them knew that, we don't need to wait till it hits 10 yards to actually touch it and grab on and fall on it. And so I'm going to have to go with the Falcons because, like you said, the Clippers, yeah, they didn't, maybe go to the championship or wasn't in the finals like they did in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. I don't think there's any coming back from that. It's like literally the Clippers passed on their curse to a team in another sport, and Atlanta's basically taking that on.
Yep.
Okay, so it seems like I'm the tiebreaker.
Here we go.
It looks
I
like
asked
it.
the question, but I never gave an answer. You guys ready?
We ready.
Ready and steady and ready.
She ready.
My answer is I didn't watch any of it, so I really can't even give an answer.
I don't know why I felt that coming. I don't know why I felt that coming.
I was at Walmart grocery shopping when my phone started going off, and I was like, "What's going on?" So that's what happened in the Cowboys, and then I wasn't watching any basketball. So
Fire,
I'm
just
sorry,
fire.
this is gonna have to end in a tie because I don't have an answer for you guys. Sorry. All right.
Well,
So-
you should at least pick who had better answers. Who had the fire in their answer.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the two next to me. They had the better answers. They were very detailed and explicit in why they felt the way that they felt. And if you are on a debate team, then that is what we need to hear. If you are an attorney, you need to state the facts.
Hey, Kev, shoot your shot. What we call it, a free throw? You get a free throw, man. Or what do we call it last time? Last second free throw or whatever.
Yeah.
You take the last free throw, Kev. Pitch your defense, right? One more time. Go.
I'm Shaq. I bricked it. I don't want to do it. Let's move on. Y'all won.
All right. So, Serge, since we started this, I haven't even looked at where I am. I'm probably at the bottom of the list. So for the Fantasy Football League, this is Power Surge time. So, Serge, let us know what's going on this week.
All right. Well, we follow it up with week 2 Fantasy League this week. And we had 9 players. So we moved up a couple players as opposed to last week when we had 7. My buddy Sid Jamil actually won this week's Fantasy League. So shout out to him.
Shout out, Sid.
And we'll definitely be putting up the link for week 3, and so that hopefully we can get more players to come on and play.
Hey, Serge, I want to say one thing before you continue going forward. The week before last week's champion, Kevin, where did you finish this week, sir?
Say, man, that Kirk Cousins, dude, that got me like negative points. Playboy was at the very bottom. So F you Cousins and the Vikings.
Kevin, so you went from first to worst.
That quick. Hey, I couldn't coach him up, man. I'm coming back strong this week, though.
All right.
So I know since week 1, I've been mentioning about Power Surge players to watch. And last week, my player, some of the players that I had was Aaron Rodgers. I wanted to see what he would do as a follow up to what he did against the Vikings in week 1, and he played really well. But obviously, I think Aaron Jones was the lead dog in that game. Russell Wilson, man, I think I would say if the season were to stop today, he's the MVP. So he played excellent. Kyler Murray also playing really well. Already, even with no preseason game, got the connection with DeAndre Hopkins. So he's also in the MVP running. And then in the same game as Russell Wilson played, Cam Newton also played very well. Showing no rust off that injury or adjusting to a new team with a new coach and play calling. So definitely shout out to Cam. And this week I'm looking for somebody to bounce back. Julio Jones is that guy. Obviously, he did what I would consider a lackluster game after he had a great week 1. So I'm looking for him as long as I know he's got a little bit of a hamstring injury, but as long as he played, I'm looking for him to bounce back. And we do obviously have coming up this week the Ravens and Chiefs. It's going to be a big, super heavyweight matchup that everybody's going to be looking forward to. The last 2 MVPs, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, going at it. And last week I mentioned that the player I was looking forward to also wanted to see was Dak Prescott. And like KT mentioned earlier, he had the 450 yards and played, tremendously, obviously, against the Falcons to be able to even put them in the position to have a chance to win that game. This week, I'm going to go with the guy who he's been getting compared to a lot in his career and has been really struggling the first 2 weeks of the season, and that's Carson Wentz. They do play the Bengals, so I would like to think that, going against a not such a great team or with a great defense, that maybe, he kind of come back to normal. A lot of people are doubting him, and so I think he has something to prove. And then last but not least, on the game side, I'm also looking forward to the Packers and the Saints. Not really sure if Michael Thomas will be playing, but I'm looking to see if the Packers keep him rolling and go to 3-0, or if the Saints, bounce back from losing to the Las Vegas Raiders. My power pick of the week, my quote unquote upset of the week, last week was Washington over the Cardinals. Obviously, Washington is still Washington, regardless if they change their team name or not. They're still
Warriors.
And this week, I'm going with the Giants over the 49ers. I know they lost Saquon Barkley, but I feel like the 49ers, with all the injuries to Mostert and Bosa, Richard Sherman already been gone, and obviously Garoppolo, I'm not even sure if he's going to play, so I could see potentially an upset there. And my lock of the week this week, last week was 49ers over the Jets, which obviously I got right, and they, blew them out before, even though they got their injuries. That just shows you how bad the Jets are. This week I got the Buccaneers over the Broncos, even though it's a quote unquote road game. I do have the Buccaneers, keeping the momentum going after winning in week 2. And so that's my power surge of the week, guys.
So hold up, Serge. Can I just say something for fantasy reasons?
Sure.
If you're playing against the Cowboys defense the way it's looking, play your quarterback and that team's kicker. Your team is still going to lose, but you're going to get nice fantasy. You know what I'm saying? But that's my advice. You're going to lose the game, your team, but your quarterback will help you out.
Start Jason Myers.
Yes, you need to do that. But Seattle's going to lose, so Mel, take that. We're coming out here talking noise. I saw that comment.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because, I'm a little slow. Was I supposed to create a team every week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That's why we had 9 instead of 10.
Miss Gardner. She don't know left and right. She don't know what to do weekly. It's just
because I'm like, I did good week 1. I was in 7th out of 10.
No, last week it was 7 out of 7.
Yeah, so you were.
Hey,
good try. Hey, I was proud of you for putting the team in, though. I was proud of you. I said, hey, she got some players on this thing.
Hey, that's why it's called fantasy.
I was like, I'm 7th. I'm thinking I'm 7th, like overall. I'm 7 out of 7.
Yeah, I was a little concerned though when I saw you had Antonio Brown and Terrell Owens as your starting wide receivers, though. So
I did not have.
He messed with you.
Look, and I'm looking.
I could afford to take Mike Irvin.
Look, I told y'all I just went through and started picking stuff. I don't even know who half these people were.
His last name Jones. Sure.
Yeah. He looked like he can run. Oh, he's cute. Let me pick him.
Well, we know who's gonna be in last place this week on that too.
All right, I got it now. Let me keep up. All right, so every week I have to go in. All right, got it. I'm good.
It only take about 5 weeks, and this week, this week the title is called "Here's My Number, So Call Me Brady."
Okay, all right, I got it.
I like that.
I'm back on track now. I'm with y'all. I'm good.
You with us? You with us?
Yep.
We here? All right, let's go.
Well, you take a week off and leave, and you ain't been drinking. That's just bad.
All right. So somebody asked, have you all made your picks for week 3? And if so, do you see any upsets happening? Did y'all just talk about that?
Yeah. I think he just joined though.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate it, Eric.
Well, Eric, run it back about 5 minutes.
KT's upset is the Cowboys over the Seahawks.
I got the Giants over the 49ers, my upset pick.
All right, cool. Gotcha. All right, y'all. It is time for the drop. So each week we drop some hot music and some hot sneaks. So who's going first?
Okay.
KD?
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. So for the new music, I really didn't think it was a hot week. Some may think otherwise. Alicia Keys finally dropped her album. BTS dropped a new single, Dynamite. Monk, it dropped Palo, Alto, which is it's a live jazz album. Moneybagg Yo and Blac Youngsta released Code Red. And that's all I have for this week. And then last week I had asked y'all, I was in conversation with a really close friend of mine, and I was saying how I think that Drake and Beyonce should drop an album together, or not an album, but like an EP, like 7 hot songs, and just release it and people have fun with it. The person who I was talking to totally disagreed with me. They said that Jay-Z would never let this happen. But I'm like, I see there's money in it. We clearly know that Beyonce isn't going to mess with Drake. It isn't anything like that. Like, can we just get some good music from both of them? So we went on to talk about what dream teams will we rather see, because we would never, ever, 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 ever in life get Drake and Beyonce. So I'm going to ask y'all and the fans, who would y'all like to see together? Like Big Sean and Janae Aiko, they did 2088. I can't think of some people right now, but who y'all got?
I'll go. You want to go, Pam?
No.
Like, I wanted to say Drake and Beyonce, but I'm going to stick with Beyonce. And could you imagine her and Chris Brown doing something together? That would be off the chain. I would say Chris Brown and Rihanna, but he may, reminisce of the night where he got the keys and threw it out the Lambo or whatever.
No.
And I don't want to see Rihanna hurt.
Yeah. So who do you think made better music together? Drake and Rihanna, or Rihanna and Chris Brown? The few features that they had, which ones were better?
I'm gonna go Chris Brown.
Okay.
I like Chris Brown better.
It ain't not too many people touching Chris Brown. That dude there is cold. If he wouldn't have Rihanna, he'd be out there on the top. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm not. Hey man, you shouldn't be making us laugh about that.
No, it's not meant to be a joke. But I'm just saying, if he didn't put his hands on Rihanna, he would be a bigger star than what he is.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Gotcha.
And not be as free will.
Well, I'll tell you what. First and foremost, Kim, I don't care if you Jay-Z. I don't care if you what's the dude who owned Amazon? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
You better not leave your wife in no room with champagne poppy like that for 4 or 5 hours. It don't matter. That dude one of the hottest cats on the face of the earth. You liable to get in trouble. It'll be another elevator scene. But look, I'm gonna go with Summer Walker and J. Cole. I think Summer brings some niceness to the game. She's talk for the lady. She the voice of the black female right now. So I'm gonna go with her. Plus J. Cole, he got so many bars. He just different. I don't want to hear nothing kind of cookie cutter. I want to hear something new. So I think they could have a nice little mashup.
I like that. I just saw the name that just popped up, but they just took. I don't know. I guess we got great minds think alike, but. I was going to go with, obviously, my favorite rapper is Eminem. And Rihanna, obviously, they already did a collab together on Monster. But I think, and they even did 5 or 6 stadium tour dates. So, and it was sold out. So I would like to see them doing a full album collab for sure. And I was trying to think of a good person to go with Usher, but I feel like there's so many good options. Maybe even like Sierra, because they both dance, obviously, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Pam, who you got?
I got nothing.
What?
But, hey, going back to the Beyonce and Drake, if Jay-Z is smart, we know he's a businessman. That's an exclusive title release.
Nah, he's a business man.
He made a song with Megan Thee Stallion, so I mean, and that came out of nowhere. So I mean, I know they're both from Houston, but they still came out of nowhere. That's like night and day right there. So I mean, it could happen. It could happen.
And speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, did y'all see that like the 100 most influential people?
She didn't.
And they had her on there.
Yeah,
right.
She is influencing people. It might not be the way we want them to be influenced.
No, I
there's some
love
people
her
out there.
influence, but I'm just saying, come on, man.
Real hot girl shit.
There's standards to this.
It sounds exactly like her.
Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his bag too.
And then
Hey, man, don't hold the pen like that.
And I might get some new shoes.
Right.
I don't know the rest of it. I just my family listens to it.
Speaking of shoes, what we looking at this week?
Yeah.
All right, so we got
over here.
Yeah, we got to keep the tradition rolling. And you know what we say if we get them, right, fam? Hold that sneaker. Last week we talked about the Air Jordan 14. And I told you it was made like a Ferrari. This is one of Tinker Hatfield's classics. And we got them. A gorgeous shoe. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about them. And as you can see, it's got the metallic blue. Even if you catch it right here, it's got the little carbon fiber. Gorgeous shoe. So excited to get them. Might even have an extra pair I'm trying to sell because I got my cousin pal. Nah, just messing with you, D. I was just messing with you, Playboy. All right, so this week I sent Kevin a picture. I was hoping we was gonna be able to show these sneakers actually on the screen because most people thought I was gonna talk about the new Air Jordan that's gonna be released this weekend. But I got a little bit of Jordan fatigue. You know what I mean? I'm tired of buying these J's every single Saturday. That's right. So we're gonna switch it over to the Mamba mentality. Nike is releasing a Kobe 5 Protro. This is a PJ Tucker Player Edition. A gorgeous shoe. If you hadn't seen it, Anthony Davis has been rocking Kobe's all throughout the season. I guess he has a contract with them. There's a couple of WNBA players that have been rocking nothing but Kobe's. But this pair has, I guess it's kind of like a blue, like a baby blue front. It's kind of got a snake skin or some type of animal print with the gray, a white color block on it with lime green laces. It sounds wild and crazy, but the shoe is a gorgeous shoe. It will be retailing at $190. So if you could get out. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all know I talk about resale values. If you can get your hand on a pair of Kobe's this weekend, I don't care if it's a size 60 youth. Buy you a pair of these Kobe's because the turnaround value and the resale on these shoes in the next 2 months, you probably be able to sell that shoe for quadruple value that afternoon. Let's put it that way. So if you can get a hold of this shoe, my best bet on this one is try the Nike app. That's the only one I can think of. I'm not sure if the Foot sites and all of those other sites are going to be recommending it. Follow my boy at Scoop Johnson. I don't know what Scoop. Put your name in the thread. Let them know where they find you. He could probably tell you a little bit more about some shoe sites and some things. That dude is, like I said, he the shoe sensei. He guides me on my shoe journey. So,
hey B Jones, you know the Oregon Jordans?
Yeah.
Those were last week or
that was 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago.
Well, I like to let the SLT Nation know that those bad boys will be in DeSoto next week.
Man, I thought you was finna hold that sneaker. Man, I was ready.
No. Listen, they're already purchased and they're on the way. Okay, so just keep it on the low.
Be patient.
I cannot.
All right, well, that's the drop for this week, fam.
So normally I would go into the Manhattan Project, but I am going to hold off on you for a second, Kimmy, and I am going to move into Uncut Gems very quickly. And the reason I'm doing that is because my phone is going off. So apparently my brother Kenny is watching the show, and his text says, I'm watching Pam's YouTube. Girl, when did you get so country?
Well, he ain't known you then. He's been country.
Oh, so that was going to be my question. Do y'all think I'm country? And then, so it's a group text. Okay, so here comes my mom. Said, I've only watched a few times when she was less country. Then she says, that's her Gemini Jones persona. I don't know if I should be offended. Am I country, y'all?
No.
The whole time you were talking, it sounded country. So yes, you are country. So,
yeah, I think it's tough to not sound country when somebody say you sound country. You know what I mean? So
I think B Jones been rubbing off on you.
Yeah.
Because I'm country, baby.
Eat some supper.
I'm from the dirt. I'm from the mud, man. Don't forget.
Whatever. Let me not talk like I don't even know any other way to talk. Like maybe I'll come. You know what? Next week I'm gonna come with a British accent. I'm gonna work on it all week.
And we muting your ass the whole show.
This is Gemini Jones coming to you live in SportsLifeTalk. Is that how we talk?
No,
go back
Pam,
to country. Go back to
you
country.
Gotta say fo and water and shouty. You got
pretty much just look like how you do when you're not on camera.
Okay, all right. Well, then he says I'm from Gary, Indiana. So I guess this is how I don't know. Kenny, leave me alone. I appreciate you watching, but leave me alone. All right.
Yeah, Pam, don't be trying to check none of the fans.
Yeah,
we need them.
That's my
Kenny, welcome to the show, Kenny. She will be reprimanded after this.
This is your brother. What took you so long, Kenny? Get there. We're calling him out. Please come back next week. Please come back next week.
All right, so let me ask my question for this week. So this has recently come up personally for me because, as y'all know, I am a woman of a particular age, and I recently met someone that is not even in that age category. Like, you know, when you check in the boxes and they list the ages, he ain't even in that category. He a little bit under.
So he in the 60s?
So it's like 36 to 44, and then it's like 45. Then it's like 45 to 54.
Right. So the question, he said, tell y'all he said hello. He can't comment on you. But anyway.
Which bracket is he?
I'm not even saying. So the question is, for this week, the Uncut Gems question is, what is an appropriate age gap when dating? So when I respond to this, I'm going to respond from both perspectives, male to female and female to male. So be looking for that answer soon. All right.
Pam, you're already like 54, so I would say for you anywhere between 60 and 65.
He need to get Social Security checks.
Now he does need a very good retirement and IRA and all that to be able to handle me.
Oh wow!
I mean,
better have that Medicare card ready.
I was going to make a comment, but Miss Jones may be watching. I'm going to be quiet on this.
We got Dr. Dre wife on the chat tonight.
I'm staying away from this.
I cannot. Anyway, so now let's move on to the Manhattan Project. So, KD, take it away. What you got this week?
Okay, y'all. So we're doing really good with the laughs and keeping the energy like super high tonight. So I am back to my mad question asking. So to all the fellas on the team and the fans, do y'all shake the gas pump handle when you're done, similar to when y'all use the restroom?
I actually do shake it. Somebody told me you're supposed to. So you go.
Hold up, Pam. Wait, you going to the restroom?
The gas pump.
I was like, hold up, Pam.
Well, my grandfather, Willie Jones Sr., he told me if you do anything, shaking it more than 3 times is playing with it. So, but I ain't gonna lie, at that gas pump, I be dripping that thing dry. And what really irritate me is when I pull the pump back out and that one little drop hit the ground. Oh, I be damn near about to spaz out at the pump.
Don't let it get on your shoe, man. That's even worse.
No.
All right. So I guess to answer your question, I got the 3 W's. You got to whip it out, you got to wiggle, and then you wash your hands, okay? So you need to do that even at the gas.
Hey, wash, rinse, and repeat, baby.
I cannot. Okay. Serge?
Hey, it comes in handy just in case when you know, Mom, you can ask my wife. I'm notorious for driving the car with the gas light on all the time. So those little extra drops at the end
could be 50 yards. Could be 50 yards.
They come in handy until I had to start pushing it.
That drop got you through that last red light, man. You were sitting there praying. Just let me get over here.
Just roll it. Just roll it all the way through.
You just did the pump. Just getting all out of there. Oh, God.
It's got to make the sound like, you know. Yeah.
So, Pam, Elena had a comment on here, so we're going to talk to you about that off air. So, you got some explaining to do.
First of all, and I meant to do this during Uncut Gems, but I'm going to do it during my shout out. So, Elena, make sure you stay on. Go ahead, Katie.
All right. So, my drink of the week is Malibu Rum. We're still repping Malibu Rum for the month of September. Shout out to Pam for choosing that liquor. So the drink is called a Pina Colada. It consists of pineapple juice, Malibu coconut rum, and ginger ale with a splash of grenadine syrup. So I really think that Malibu rum is like super light. So just kind of pour it a little heavy-handed like B. Jones was doing the gas. Make it a little heavy.
It wasn't that light when I was 19. It's light. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so that's the drink of the week. Did y'all want to do a show recap for Lovecraft Country?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get it in real quick because right now, we're gonna do episode 2.
Yeah,
I don't even remember what happened in episode 2 because I'm on like number
Well, I'm pretty sure as soon as one person starts talking about it, you'll be like, "Oh, yep."
Yeah, so refresh my memory.
What I remember from episode 2 was he finally figured out why he was out at this in Ardham, and they, he realized that he was at some type of witches coven, and the president from Scandal, who was sleeping with Olivia Pope, he's a nut. And essentially, we walk into a room and he getting his liver taken out so he can serve it to all these other witches. But eventually, the whole spell recreates a situation in which the house falls down. But of course, in this episode, we lost Courtney B. Vance. So at the end of it, remember, he was at the car and he saw that his uncle had died.
But I think they're gonna bring Courtney B. Vance back at some point.
I hope
Somehow they're gonna bring him back.
It just has a feeling of that they will, but man, it's just I feel like there was like so many directions that the show is, it's only episode 2, but it's pulling me in different directions. But I must say, after week 2, I have a way better appreciation for this show than we did. I May Destroy You. I can tell you that 100%.
Yeah, I'm actually in on this one. Now I'm all the way at number 5. I finished 4 and I'm at 5, and I think, what is it, Kevin? We had episode 6 in real life, right?
Or it's about to be, or just finished 5.
No, 5 just happened on Sunday.
Okay, all right. So I'm not too far behind.
On it, I got to catch up. I fell asleep on it halfway through, so I need to check.
So next week we'll do 3 and 4. We'll try to get caught up with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still really trying to figure out the whole book situation and what exactly about the book specifically, plays a role into the storyline, because obviously there was a lot of references into the Count of Monte Cristo and I forgot the name of the other book, but it just
Dracula.
It was going in and out, but it was like it's still keeping you engaged because you're still trying to figure out like what exactly is happening. And but man, the acting is amazing from everybody. I don't think it was like one person stands out over the other. And but yeah, this is
what I think, Serge?
Yeah.
I think they were trying to show that African Americans read. I think they were trying to give us the like African Americans have an intelligent side. They were trying to give us another side because we see The Wire. We see what's that show, The Powers, and I think they wanted to give us a more intellectual thinking outside of the block, outside of the box type of people. Even at a time where we weren't known for being educators and educated back in the the 30s and the 40s. So I think that's what that was really about.
Yeah, I do want to get caught up because episode 3, that's my favorite episode so far. Yeah, so I know we're going to really get into some in-depth discussion. And on another note, what's the main character's name?
Atticus.
Real name? Or Tick?
No. Who?
Tick.
Tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The main black actor.
His real name or his?
Well, either or. I'm just saying that he's been doing such a good job that Marvel is going to have him in Ant-Man 3 and play the villain.
Oh, wow. Wow, man, that's awesome. No, this show is getting a lot of pub. Like, I mean, I've even seen commercials on, just cable television and while in between me watching, I don't know if it's a football game or basketball game. So they're definitely advertising it as, like a feature show that people are going to really grasp onto. So,
yeah, I'm impressed with it.
To answer your question, Corey, I know I'm watching the new Power, and not everybody's watching it. But I am. You watching that, Pam? Oh, so you gave in? So that's something else we can talk about, too, because I'm going to tell you, even though I don't want to get off subject on that, they could have got somebody else to play that part besides Mary J. Blige. She's not believable.
You know what? I was with her until this last episode.
Yeah, that last episode.
But then she had too many lines this last episode, and I was like, yeah.
Girl, you better stop calling your daddy. I know you got a burner phone. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it was when she walked in that kitchen and grabbed that phone, I was done. I was like, okay, yeah. All right. Anyway, yes, go on, Katie.
Sorry, Katie, we hijacked it.
So since we're running low on time, I'm going to cut some of my topics out. I just want to, so the Emmys took place, it was like a virtual, some people met up at certain places, some people did it from their home. So the two big ones that I want to mention is Outstanding Lead Actress in Drama Series. Zendaya won it for Euphoria. Shout out to her. I believe that she broke history with it because I think she is the youngest to win an Emmy for
That's
this.
Dope.
For that category.
Yes.
The lead category, yeah.
Yes. And then supporting actor in a limited series, Yahya Abdul Mateen II in Watchmen. He is I call him Movie Babe. That's my Movie Babe. He was in The Get Down. I'm trying to think of what y'all would know.
Aquaman. He was Black Mantis on Aquaman.
Okay, yeah. So he won that award in supporting actor in limited series. Yeah, and then that's all I have for tonight, y'all.
Well, if they had been rocking with us last year, then they would have watched Euphoria with us. You remember that? We was on Euphoria.
Yeah, so Euphoria isn't coming back till the end of next year or the next year, because of COVID. So
I think I'm gonna watch that Watchmen.
Yeah, no, Watchmen is good. I just hate because the director said he wasn't doing it anymore, and HBO said they wouldn't do it without him. Watchmen was off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching. I'm finally watching that Last Chance U. So I always kind of watch that the last week right before college football. I don't know why. That's just the way I do it. College football starts on Saturday, so this was my week to watch the Last Chance U. So,
all right. So B Jones, to wrap things up, do you have a yeet for us?
Yes, I do. And I know that the yeet police is out there and they're going to question this one, but I got to send a shout out and send a yeet to my man, Neon Deion Sanders, prime time. He took over the head coaching job at Jacksonville State University, and that's a historic Black university. If you don't know, they had alumni such as Walter Payton, and I personally think this was a great move for him. Now, what made this yeet worthy is because when you think about all the accolades, all the things that Prime has accomplished, for him to be willing to take a spot at a university where he was courted by Florida State, he has a job at NFL Network. So Prime don't have to do this. He was coaching as the offensive coordinator with his son for this football season, and I think he got a bug and a pension for it. And let's not forget, Prime has went on history. He has a history of helping youth out. But he had Prime Prep, in which we had Emmanuel Mudiay, was the number 7 draft pick. But he also, when Dez Bryant was in trouble, Deion Sanders was the one that went and mentored to him. So, we saw Doug Williams has taken over head coaching job, but I don't think we've ever seen an African-American with the highlight, with the pedigree as a Deion Sanders take over one of these universities. So to me, it's more about timing and listening to his conference. When they introduced him, it was almost like Deion was in the pulpit up there. I mean, he had them folks moved. I mean, he was literally speaking from conviction and from a place of heart. And the thing that caught me the most was when he said that we are going to improve the crime rate in this community. And we are going to turn these African-American boys into men, because he could have done that at a big major university, a Power 5 school, but he's doing it at a small university that could really make an impact. And I hope other schools or other good, Randy Moss, I'm hoping some of these other players who have that type of limelight can go and coach a university like that. And we've already seen an effect, because I got to say this name, I got to read it. Javorius Selman, who was a 3-star athlete who went to Mississippi State, but he had offers from Auburn, Florida, Louisville, Southern Mississippi. He has already committed to go to Jackson State. So it's going to take, let's be patient with Prime, all right? This is not a 2-year, 3-year building. This is a 7 or 8 year program. It's going to take him some time, but he'll get the opportunity to start getting some of those 2 and 3 stars that we don't really know about that can come to this university and really start making a deal. I guarantee you we're going to start seeing some Jacksonville State University games on ESPN late nights. So, Deion, for making that sacrifice, for going into a place where no other man will venture, you deserve a yeet.
All right, y'all. So that wraps up our show. Time for our 2-minute warning. Who is doing shout outs? I have to give a very, very, very huge shout out to Elena Steinman. She was a very, very wonderful host to me when I was in Houston Friday evening. She took me out. She fed me. I love to be fed. And Elena, can you please send my dress that I accidentally left? Remember the one you had said I was looking in your closet and I said, "Ooh, that's cute." And you said you could have it, and then I forgot and left it. I'll send you my address because I think I'll be cute in that dress. But shout out to her with dresses and salted pretzels, her 2 friends. We just had an amazing time. There's video, but I won't show the video.
Oh, we got to see video. You got to stop playing.
No, I think I saw the video of us singing together.
Oh, yeah, we saw that. SWV?
Yes.
Hey, and also, Elena, you made a mistake Pam is like, you know, those cats. If you give cats some food, they won't they won't go away.
Yeah.
So you stuck with Pam now.
Shut up, KT. Oh, and Elena, I saw your comment about a Houston Texan, baby. When did I miss that conversation? I must have stepped out. Call me because we need to discuss.
And why didn't we get a plate of all that food y'all was showing?
I'm trying. It was scrimps. It was scrimps and
you going down like that. And the brother can get a plate.
Asparagus. They had asparagus
cake?
chips.
Right.
Did I send y'all the cake?
Yeah,
Man,
we saw
Yeah,
the
the
cake.
cake.
Too.
Had
y'all
Louis
singing
Vuitton
SWV?
cake.
I get so weak in the knees. I can
get
hardly see. I lose all control. Yeah,
It's,
y'all were just singing.
I'm taking the
bass
bass line for you.
Go ahead.
I can't stand y'all. All right, so she's my shout out this week because she was absolutely amazing and I definitely appreciate her for that. So who's next? Katie?
Yes, so I am going to take the next shout out. So my brother, he is turning 24 on the 24th tomorrow. So happy birthday to you. And I love you so much. And I'm so glad that you're back in Dallas. So happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
I gotta send a shout out to the little girl that was in Kim's neighborhood selling lashes at the last moment. That's a huge shout out. Door-to-door lash salespeople, you get nothing but love from me. That's damn near yeet worthy. All right, but no, I'm gonna send a shout out to my wife. So I've been training her over the last 2-3 years on how to play fantasy football. And this week I said, you know what? I'm not helping you. I'm going to establish dominance on Mallory Drive. And I took an L. She put it up on me. She had Drew Brees and Kamara on Monday night. And I watched my lead just dwindle away until a point to where I lost. So shout out, baby. Good job. Welcome to the fantasy. Now I'm going hard on you.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, hold up. You talking about fantasy football wise, right?
Yeah, fantasy football wise.
Not gas pump. You're not going
Hey,
gas
man.
pump on
Hey, I
that.
told you, your principal be watching this show, man.
Oh, yes. I apologize. I want to give a shout out to everyone that's rocking with us tonight. We couldn't do it without y'all. To the regulars, could y'all please do us a favor and tell a friend and then tell them to tell somebody to bring them to the show. But thank y'all. And we couldn't do it without y'all.
Absolutely. And shout out to my brother for watching the
Yes,
show.
Kenny. Watch it every week, though. Not just.
And my mama who
this
talking
week.
about she watch it every now and then. I ain't in this country. Whatever.
Come on, Mama Jones. We need you.
Sir.
And last but not least, I want to shout out and encourage to keep it going to all the athletes out there who are continuing to fight for social injustice and, trying to make the world a better place and trying to bring people together. So I want to just definitely give a big shout out to those guys who are, taking a lot of heat for a lot of things, but, to keep it going, because without them, the conversation can't happen the way it is.
Absolutely.
Hey,
All right,
shout
cool.
out to them LSU Tigers. We got Saturday, baby, 2:30 CBS.
Mute.
Hey, Kim, I know you was probably wearing some Saints paraphernalia on Monday night. Don't do that no more. Stay away from the Saints. Stay away from my Tigers.
Hey, please.
I told you.
Stuff. I want to see out a hat.
Wear that
you
blue
wear.
and silver, girl.
I could not. All right, y'all. Well, that ends our show for this week. Thank you again, all of you guys. Elena, Corey, Callie, Scoop, Marcos, Melissa. Is it Melissa? I think she had made a comment about something. All you guys, Kenny, everybody listening and watching right now, we definitely appreciate it. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Next week's episode is going to be amazing. It is called Women in Sports. It's episode 63. So please make sure you join us next week as well. Oh, and tomorrow we are doing a little side show about fitness. So make sure you guys catch the clips and watch that one as well. It won't be live, but you can definitely go to our YouTube channel and check that out as well. So are we still doing the walking challenge? Because I've been walking.
I've been running.
Okay, I've been jogging.
I've been watching kids run since I coach cross country. That's about as much as I've done. I'm gonna get back on it though.
I'm
Well,
going to the gym and walking
really,
and running.
the weather has been so nice, so make sure y'all start walking again. Get out there, get you some exercise or whatever.
Yeah, I can't share any videos with y'all anymore because I broke my phone. So
Look like somebody need an upgrade. You better call. Never mind.
Cash App.
All right, then, y'all. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you